Feel better?
Yeah.
How you doing? Come on, man. Yo, come on, man. How you
Put
doing
my
today?
mind on it, then I put my grind on it.
Who is that?
It's the Migos, man.
That's the Migos? You like the Migos?
Alright.
You good?
Yeah,
You got it out your system?
yeah.
There it is. You like the Migos?
They cool, man, yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Ryan Andrew Harrington.
And Leonardo Diaz.
We are the Goodfellas.
And this is episode 0005 to the day I die.
5, baby. We made it to 5.
We good fellas cause we stay good.
Me.
I'm with Ryan.
I'm with Leo.
I'm from Harlem. Shouts out to the hood.
VA, baby.
152nd, 151st. Shout out Broadway, Amsterdam, in the building. Used to take the 1 train, the A train, the C train, the 101 bus. Used to walk to school because my dad was like, walk your ass to school.
757. I used to miss the bus. Then my mom had to take me, and she was mad.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
my dad was like, get your ass to school.
My mom used to be pissed when we missed the bus.
Yo, man.
It was, I mean, looking back on it, rightfully so. We would, I don't know, man. We had plenty of time to get up. We just missed it. I don't know.
We didn't have no buses come to our neighborhood.
So y'all got on the subway, right?
That or walk.
I went to New York, and when I was on the subway, that was like I've never seen anything like that, man. It was like man.
It's the best shit ever.
No. Well, maybe you're used to it. I wasn't used to anything like that.
Like what?
It was like
Getting on the train.
this dude was jerking off like right in front of me.
You're a good looking cat, man. So
No, he wasn't doing it to me. He was he was like doing it. I think he was like looking at, like I'm standing up and he was sitting down.
yeah.
He was like going at it. He wasn't trying to like hide it. He was straight.
Yeah, he was doing his thing, man. I've seen that shit a couple of times.
Hey, I remember this story you told me. There was this guy. He had a coffee can. And he took a shit in the coffee can and then he put the lid back on it. Do you remember you told me that story?
Not a coffee can.
What was it?
I mean, there's several of stories I have. There's two stories. Oh man, we're starting off on nasty.
Let me
Nasty
hear these
story.
stories.
I remember my last I say last week before I left to basic, the army. I went to McDonald's to have a walk up thing where you can order outside.
Yeah.
Instead of a drive through, they have a walk through. You can just walk through and be like, yo, let me get a number 1. And they'd be like, I got you.
I got you.
Is that good?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
All right, cool. So this homeless guy or this bum, whatever, was like, can I get a cheeseburger? So I was like, I bet, Came back the next day, same dude, can I get a cheeseburger? And I was like, yo, I just gave you one yesterday. Like, I didn't have money like that. So he was like, he asked somebody else for a cheese. Can I get a cheeseburger? And everybody was like, nah, man. So my man was like, yeah, not gonna give me a cheeseburger? And he was like, nah. He literally took his pants off and took a shit right by the walk-through spot. That shit was nasty.
What'd you do?
He shit on cue. That means he was holding his shit.
He had a purpose for it.
You know what I mean? Like a loaded gun.
You got the pen?
No, but I got one.
Yeah, let me get that.
How you hold a shit like that and just save it and just shit on cue? Anyways, that was whatever. It was hilarious to me. Oh my god. This other story was I got off of work. Shout out to Staples. I used to work overnight. Staples.
Right by the motel. Great.
That was a motel there, man. But I worked overnight, and one time I got off like at 4 a.m, and usually the train at that time, it takes an hour. So if you miss that train, you gotta wait a long time for the next one.
Yeah.
So the train came I got in and the smell of shit just smacked me right in the face. Like, I was like, what the fuck? It was like fresh. It smelled like fresh shit. And I was like, what the fuck? And the train was hot because this was in the summer. And sometimes, y'all from New York, and y'all know when certain trains don't have the AC, it be hot like fucking oven. So it's hot and it smells like shit. I'm like, God damn. So I looked to the fucking right of me. I just, because my eyes were just.
How long did you have to be on the train?
Man, I didn't wait too long. I was waiting for the next stop to kind of.
No, how long was the train ride before you got off?
The train ride? Yeah. Man, it was like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because sometimes the train stops and is on, it has a red light. So you got to wait. So it was like I was suffering for 10 minutes. But then I looked to the side and I seen a chick with a bunch of newspapers on the floor taking a shit and pissing.
Was she homeless?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And her legs were open, man. And I never seen a girl pee like that. Like, she had her legs wide open and it was like
she was standing up?
It was like she was against the wall.
Okay.
It was like a waterfall was coming out. So there was steam coming off the shit. And I was like, God damn, I was suffering. She was on the other side of the train, but it smelled like she was right next to me. I couldn't wait to run to the next cart because the door was like locked. Couldn't go through. So after that, I seen a whole family go into the cart that I went in, and I was just seeing their faces, man. They was just like suffering, like, oh my God. And I was just, at that point, I was laughing because I was like, that shit is bad. But
you know what's crazy? This kind of on topic. I do give like homeless people money.
Yeah.
Being out here in LA, it's like a lot of homeless people. Like I was at the McDonald's the other day. I treat myself sometimes,
Shout out to Mickey D's.
Shout out to McDonald's, the Golden Arches, them bad boys. So, like, there's this Mexican guy there. He's not even speaking Spanish. He's like mumbling. So I had to like figure out that he wanted like a chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Like I ain't really mind, man. It's only $1. So you got a little dollar menu. Good looking McDonald's. So, but this is my thing. Like I don't like when homeless people try to take advantage, right? Like, don't ask for a burger and then ask for change when I give you the burger or the chicken sandwich or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, now you see them, like, they getting creative, man. So they'll stand right by red light. So as soon as the light turns red and, like, everybody stops, they'll just walk up and down. And then you got to do that awkward thing where you try not to look, you know what I mean? Or you got to, like, turn up the radio or something.
I look, man. And I just be like, yo, I look, man. And you know what be bothering me? Like, when I see, like, the veterans, because I'm a vet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're a vet, too. Shout out to the vets. And I just don't. I mean, I understand it, but then, I don't know, man. There's enough resources, man.
There are plenty of resources.
So I think it's just more of, like, a mental issue.
You think that, like, mentally ill?
Yeah.
Something like that?
That, or they just lazy and they just want to hustle, man.
But yo, if you think that's a lot of work, man, to stand out there, there in the sun.
Of course. But
like,
yo, you know what I've seen in New York, man? I've seen a dude hop the train, which means, it means his legs is good. Yo, like, I get on the train, I seen the same dude that hopped. My man had a cast on. He had crutches. He had a crazy dirty suit on, and I was like, what the fuck? And I said something. I was like, yo, nah, man, I seen him jump. He good.
So it was like a costume.
Yeah.
So you put it on. Oh, okay.
Yo,
I get you.
And I've seen a dude take off a thing like that and have a suit on.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Like,
I saw this video. There was this guy acting like he didn't have any legs. So he was like on a skateboard. You probably seen it. So he crossed his legs and then pulled up his pants so it looked like he didn't have any. I'll probably show it to you later. Looked like he didn't have any legs on. So like there was this woman. She I don't know how she found out, but she ran over there and like snatched the pants off. Man, his legs. His legs were like all like crunched up in the. Like, how desperate do you have to be, or how lazy do you have to be Just go get a job, man. Just go get a job. It's, I don't know, man. You can go get a job. You can go get a job, man. I hate seeing that. Especially, like, if you walking around or whatever. If you can walk, like, there's
certain people that shit happens, you know, and there's nothing you could do about it, like a fire or some crazy shit. And, you know, I've been homeless twice.
But did you ask for money?
No.
See?
No.
Because you had the initiative and, like, the drive to...
Yeah.
You're right. Like, things happen.
Things happen, but I think for me, it was more like my pride.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to ask for help. So, you know, I slept in my car, and thank God I had a car.
Yeah.
You know, at least I had a car to sleep in.
But, like, what really gets me, like, this is what makes me mad. When I see them out there with kids.
Yeah.
Like, so they use their kids to, like, whatever.
Yeah. I've actually had some close friends become homeless.
Mm-hmm.
And I've tried to help them. And what I learned in that lesson was that it didn't matter how much help I was providing. And when I mean help, I mean, you know, everything you could think about when you, not just feeding, but money, providing shelter, providing a ride, filling out applications, typing up resumes. Like, I went above and beyond to help people stay in my house for like a couple of months, you know, and then it just became very uncomfortable because then my light bill started going up.
Mm-hmm. You had a whole family?
Food, I had taken 3 people.
Okay.
And then they started talking shit.
To you?
Yeah, and it's like, yo, they was annoyed with me telling them to, like, don't piss on my toilet seat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they would drive piss in my toilet seat. And like, fam, this ain't the airport.
Yeah.
Lift the seat up. Wipe. You're not embarrassed? I'm here telling grown people to fucking wipe the seat. And then, like, food gets missing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind, but I would buy things like for me.
Oh,
and it'll be touched, and people be like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just plain disrespect.
How do you get? So when you get somebody in there, how would you? I don't even think I would take. Well, I may take some people in, but like, how do you get them out?
My lease was up. They didn't have a choice.
How long did they stay? Were they living with you?
Like, I'd say about 3 months.
Oh,
I don't remember. I don't remember exactly. It might have been 2, might have been 3, but it was a while, and it was affecting my life that I worked to get to that point.
So did you move out because of them, or were you planning on moving anyway?
No, I was already moving. That was the time where I actually started acting in Miami.
Yeah.
And then I drove from Miami to here.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna come to LA. I'm gonna do my thing. And in the midst of everything, I guess I felt guilty because I was doing good, and I seen people that I knew like struggling.
Yeah. And
I wanted to help them out. And it's like, I learned a valuable lesson, which is, you know, people have to help themselves out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, I could have taken them for like a week or something, but then they just took advantage of me. And then it kind of ruined some of the relationships because now I'm like, fam, it's noon. What are you doing here?
Right.
You're supposed to be going
out
looking for a job.
Yeah.
And they just got comfortable.
You know
what I mean? Eating my food and all that shit.
If I like took somebody in, I would tell them like in the beginning, like, look, you're only here for like 2 months. That's it.
Yeah, but you see, that's now that I know.
Yeah.
But before I was helping out a friend, which if I go back, I don't regret it because I was helping out my friend. It was the fact that he had 2 other people with him that I didn't know that were his family. Mm-hmm. And I was living in a penthouse at the time. So I felt like, you get what I mean? Man, these people are fucking, you know, they were like 18, 19. They were young. So I was like, yo, man, don't be in the street, man. Like, took them in, try to help them out. And it just, they're good now, thank God.
Okay, yeah, cool.
You know what I mean? But it took them to become homeless again. Then they got a job, saved up their money, moved into a spot, and, you know, just became consistent with money.
Do you think that you believe in karma?
I do.
Do you think like, you know, that's good karma, man. Like whatever you put out,
you know
get
why?
back.
Let me tell you why. Because when I came to LA and my bank account got hacked, I didn't have no money.
I remember you told me that.
And the money I was supposed to receive from school, I didn't get it that month. I was gonna get it the next month. So I was in the impression that once I got to LA and started school, I was gonna get money. Plus I had a little bit of money saved up. So when I got out here, all my shit was gone and I had nobody to rely on. On top of that, well, I don't want to go so deep into the story, but I was searching for a place, and then finally this family let me stay with them without putting a deposit down, and I felt blessed to, you know, that first night where I actually got to sleep on the bed.
Yeah.
Because I was going to school, and people were like, you know, when you go to school for the first time, everybody asks
meeting
where
everybody,
you live,
yeah,
and all that, and I was just like, I live on Hollywood, because literally I was sleeping in my car on Hollywood, and what saved me was prior to my account getting hacked, I had paid for a gym membership, so I was able to take a shower in the gym. So and my clothes was well organized in the back, you know, so I was able to change in the gym, work out, and take a shower, and I was good.
So what took the bank so long to like
They were doing an investigation.
How long the investigation?
I eventually got my money.
Okay.
But at the time, for some reason, now, because I've gotten my account hacked, like they give it to you right away. But this happened like a couple of years ago. So I don't know, man. It was just part of it too was me not my bank account wasn't, my savings account wasn't that big. I didn't have a big stash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I could have done things way better. But I was just like very emotional. I was going through a lot. And I was like, man, I did a play. I was doing good. And I was like, yo. Yeah. Came through.
I mean, you got that karma on your side, man.
So that family let me in.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to pay. They gave me like 2 weeks to just stay, and it was good, man. It was like a blessing, man. I had my own little spot, and then from there I got my own. You remember the spot I got in Glendale?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
did you ever go back to like see that family?
No.
Just no, you didn't see a point to it.
It's a weird. Tell you that shit offline.
It ended. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
It didn't end bad, but it was just.
There's a weird way it ended.
Yeah. I'm not gonna talk bad about the family.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. Man, I don't really have nothing today. I don't really have nothing today.
Well, yeah, you do, man. Because since we're on the topic of coming to LA,
right? You
know, what made you come to LA?
I was in the Army. Well, this is a long story. So I was acting when I was like 16, and then I needed like some type of structure, you know. So I called up this woman. Her name is Sylvia Harmon. She had her own. I think it's called the Actors Place.
Is she pretty?
No, she was like 70 plus. She was in a wheelchair, right? But she always wore. She always wore these 2 tennis bracelets.
Yeah.
And her husband, his name was he was old just like her, but he was really, really nice. But she was mean, man. She was like she was so mean. But she wouldn't let, if you were under 18, she wouldn't let you in.
Wow.
So I called her, and I talked to her for maybe like 20 minutes, and she was like, all right, come up here, I'll meet with you. So I was like, all right. So my mom took me up there, and I had to audition for her.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't do this, but I'll let you in. So she let me in. And then I studied with her for, I think it was a year. And after that, I was like, I'm not going to do this anymore. And she was like, well, like, you wasted my time. I was like, what? She's like, I taught you, and you just wasted my time. So I felt like a little bad about that. So then like I stopped acting, and then like 19 military. After that, joined the army.
Yeah.
And my friend from high school, she sent me an audition for a play, and I went out, auditioned for the play. Like out of the blue, she sent me the audition. So I what's up, Don? Shout out to Don McCoy. So
Shout out to Don McCoy.
Don McCoy.
Shout out to you, baby.
She sent me that, man, just out of the blue, and I auditioned for a role, and then I got it. And then like after that, like I just kept going. I did like 2 more plays with the same director, and then what happened? Like I took like another after those 2 plays, I got a mentor. Shout out Michael Lamel.
Shout out to Michael.
Michael Lamel was a good dude, man. He was like super busy, and I called him. I was like, hey, like I need a mentor, basically. I need somebody to show me about this business. And he didn't even hesitate. He took me under his wing, and he showed me a lot of stuff. He showed me a lot of stuff. After that, doing the military thing, and I just started looking for schools one day. And then there's one sergeant that like I hated, and he hated me. He was like, well, maybe you should just go and do the acting if that's what you really want to do. And yeah, so I took the army like they said I could go, so I left. I went to LA.
Damn,
That's how I got out here.
And now you here, man.
Now I'm here. And it's crazy because when I had to like find a room, I wasn't even scared. You know, like some people do that big move. I wasn't even scared, man.
Yeah,
I packed up. I had like a little, the red 350Z, little 2-door car.
I remember that.
I packed up everything in there. Everything had like it was only clothes. I only had clothes, and that's it. Everything else, I left. I sold it, or like I gave it to my mom or something like that. And then I shipped my car.
Lucky for me, my whole place got robbed.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to pack much.
I wouldn't say that's lucky for you. I mean, you could have sold it, or got some money off of it.
No, but there was a blessing in disguise when that shit happened.
How so?
Because and it was an inside job. It was somebody that worked there. And I came home, all my shit was gone. The only thing that I had was a iPod, and I can go online for the iPod. And then I just started. First I was angry, and then I was like, all this shit is replaceable. I'm glad that when I got home, like the people wasn't there. Yeah, so for some reason, like I was just really confused. Like, how could somebody just take your shit? You work hard for everything, like, but then I seen that shit happen all the time, man. Like just growing up, I remember this family across the street, they got robbed and they killed everybody, like including the grandmother and everybody, like literally right across the street where I grew up at, killed the whole family. So
the family was there and they broke in while the family was there and just killed everybody?
Yeah, because the family had a stash
of
money, and
I mean that doesn't make it right, but like
but yeah, like the kids were talking about how much money they had. But it wasn't their money, it was their family's money.
Right.
And they talked about it, somebody heard it, and then yeah, man, they even killed the grandma. So yeah, man, I look at it like I can get this shit over. I can get this shit again.
Yeah.
But then I ended up watching this interview with Will Smith, and he talked about The Alchemist. So I immediately bought that book, and that was the book that got me to start reading.
If anyone has never read The Alchemist, please go read. It's a short read. I don't even think it's 200 pages. Is it?
Nah, it's
by Paulo Coelho.
Yeah, man. That
Paulacoelho.
Yeah, man.
I've read that book like 3 times. That's a good book.
I've read it a bunch of times, and that book really changed my life in the sense that, I started reading because of that book.
Mm-hmm.
I actually finished that book.
Mm-hmm.
So like everything else I had in my house was kind of like a distraction. You know what I mean? What I do miss was the laptop that they took that had pictures of when I was in the military, my first deployment. So those pictures I can never recreate. Those memories I can never recreate.
Yeah.
But, you know, and pictures of like chicks I've been with, stuff like that. I have some nice pictures.
Some naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's all right.
It is what it is, man. It is what
Don't
it is.
need it no more.
Nah, you better off, man.
Yeah. But it also taught me to not be attached to things. You know what I mean? Like, be comfortable with starting fresh. That's why I'm able to move and just go anywhere. I don't need all that baggage. And you truly don't know how much shit you have till you start moving, yo. When you start moving, you go, I got all this shit.
Are you afraid to throw things away? Like, I love throwing stuff away.
Nah,
I will throw it away
in
a heartbeat.
I remember when I left LA, I gave away Jordans and everything, and the roommates I had at the time, you know, they were like, "You sure?"
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Nah, I ain't giving no shit away, but
fuck that.
Like, I'll sell it.
I gave it away, man. I just gave it away. I don't give a fuck. That's just how I am, man.
One of my biggest fears is being like a hoarder. You watched that before? Being a hoarder. Some people have like really. I saw this lady. She had like shit coming out of her toilet, and like so she couldn't flush the toilet. But it was like regular size toilet. It was like stacked up. Hand to God, stacked up like this. It was like regular size. It was like stacked up, man.
What do you mean shit? Like literal shit?
Like shit that comes out of your butt. Yes. Stacked up. So then they started cleaning her bathroom, right? And she had like 50 cats in her place. So then like this one cat, he was like, I guess he was stuck in the bathroom because he took off running, and he was like missing like patches of fur. And then as soon as he got outside, he just died. So then they had to call in the the SPCA,
I don't know,
and like hazmat and everything. So they came in the white suits because they didn't know if it was like chemicals or whatever going on. So it was crazy, man. It was crazy. I think that's one of my biggest fears. So like I throw stuff away. If I'm like clothes, if I haven't worn it in a certain amount of time, Goodwill.
Yo, what's crazy? Like how you buy something and sometimes you don't even wear it. It's just sitting in your closet. It's like, why the fuck did I buy that?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not using it. So now, like, I've been more comfortable this year. I don't mind wearing the same clothes, like, again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like these jeans I'm wearing now, I wore them like 2 times in a row. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, before I would care. Now I just don't care, man. Like you see, today I bought some socks and some shit.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Like, I be throwing away socks, man. Fuck it.
I got this shirt. I buy a lot of things when they go on sale. Like, I'm not a big shoe person.
Yeah.
But if I see like some decent shoes on sale, like I'll buy them. Cause the shoes are ridiculous, man. Like some decent looking shoes now.
Oh man.
Like 100 plus.
Yo,
I'll spend money on. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'll spend money on dress shoes.
Yeah.
Then that's when I'll like really start spending some dollars.
I can't believe I used to make the line to buy sneakers, man.
You used to make what do you mean? Oh, like stand in it?
Yeah, man.
How long would you stand in line?
Man, like an hour, 2 hours.
That's not bad. Were they like J's or?
Yeah, but I just can't believe I would do that. And then sometimes they wouldn't have my size, so I'll buy whatever.
Mm-hmm. Sell them?
And it wouldn't fit my foot. And I would sell it, but, you know, I wanted them joints.
Yeah.
You know, ridiculous, man. Now I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Where you shop at?
Right now, pretty much if I walk by and I see something I like, I just get it. Like today, we walked by the Champs. I saw that shirt. Kobe shirt. I bought it. I like it. Whatever. I don't really think too much. I like going to Uniqlo, H&M, Zara, Topshop, Urban Outfitters.
So we shop at like pretty much the same place.
Urban
I think
Outfitters be fucking ODing.
They be like super expensive. I'm gonna start shopping there because I think I've gone like maybe once or twice. I forgot how.
It's clean, man.
You go to Cotton On?
Yeah, I go there. Yeah,
I like
sometimes, man, like their sizes be funny, man.
I'm pretty good with the sizes.
Sizes be funny.
I used to
sometimes.
shop at H&M, and then like when I found Zara, I was like, I'm gonna rock with these dudes.
Yeah, but sometimes I'll be. Sheesh.
So yeah, H&M for me.
Yeah, man. But
What about are you the coolest monkey in the jungle? Did that deter you from shopping at H&M?
I mean, I haven't shopped in H&M in a minute, but when that campaign came out, I was like, wow, like the fuck, you know. But I think once you started learning a little bit more about the context of it, it's like, you know, it came out in the UK, and the parent knew, gave permission, didn't see a big deal, so, you know, I don't know. The way I feel, man, like there's people getting offended by so much shit that I'm just like kind of over it, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That coolest monkey in the jungle, it didn't faze me not one bit. Like I wasn't offended by it, cause they, like you said, it's in the UK, so they don't have. I'm pretty sure it's like racism, but like it's not how it is here.
Yeah.
And so I think people just took it out of context, and like you said, like people just get outraged over everything now.
I think it's great for conversation to remind people of like, oh shit.
The music outside, yeah.
Hey. But I think that I don't know, man. I grew up in New York, man, so like I've been getting called names and shit. Like,
what's the worst name? Like, what is something like offensive to you? Being from Dominican Republic.
If somebody offends like my family, like my mom.
No, I'm talking
brother,
about like a racial slur.
Nah, none of that shit. I don't care.
Okay.
None of that shit. I don't care. You know what I mean? Because if I understand your intent, which is to hurt me with words, like I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, say it to my face.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, say it to my face. And yeah, that's just how I feel about it.
I get that, man. I get that. I think like people only use like because people say racial stuff to hurt the other person.
Yeah.
They're just trying to like affect you. So if you kind of take away that power, then
yeah, it's like, yo, okay, like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you get out of that?
Yeah.
You feel good talking shit?
I was only called a nigga one time. That was when I was at a wedding. Did I tell you about that?
Nah.
I was at a wedding. A classmate of mine. I'm not gonna say her name. So
was this recent?
This was
it a NIFA student?
Yeah, NIFA student.
What?
No, the NIFA student. It was a NIFA student. It was her wedding. So like other NIFA students like came. So one of the people who attended, her boyfriend, she was black. Her boyfriend was white. So he thought that me and her had something going on. We didn't have anything going on. We were just cool. So, cause she was from New York, she was mad cool, man. I think you and her like really like hit it off, like friends wise, not like going out.
Yeah.
Make a long story short, so he comes, like me and him had he had problems with me before. So I see him. I'm the type of guy I like to like speak to let you know like I'm not trying to compete with you. I don't want her. So I'm speaking, we're like talking whatever. Everything's going good. He opens up, so we're talking whatever. It's a white dude. So he gets drunk. And like halfway into the night, he was like, hey, let me talk to you for a minute. He like walks up. I'm sitting down at the table. I'm like, hold on, man, give me a second. Let me finish this conversation. He's like, see, I knew you were gonna act like this. I knew you were gonna act like a bitch or whatever. So he walks off. So I'm like, yeah. Vanessa was there too. I was like, yo, Vanessa, hold on, I'll be right back. I get up. Shout out Vanessa Alvarez. I get up, go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So he comes in after me. He was like, yo, like, what's going on, man? I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to, like, squash the beef. I'm like, look, man, there's, like, nothing going on. I don't know, like, what your problem is with me. I really just think you're drunk. He was like, no, you trying to take my girl. I'm like, no, I'm not. So I cut him off. He was like, yo, nigga, will you let me talk? So when he said it, like, I could see it in his face, like, he probably didn't mean to say it, and he probably was drunk. But that shit made me so mad, man. Cause like that never happened to me before. Wow. So we were about to fight in the bathroom, and like it was like this older guy there. He was like, "All right, guys, you know," it was an older white guy. He was like, "You guys need to take it outside or whatever. This isn't the place." Blase, blase. So I just walked out. Wow. I just walked out, man. He ended up getting kicked out of the wedding because like some other shit happened.
Karma, yo.
Karma. You know what's crazy? They still together. That's another story, man. I couldn't be with somebody. If I'm dating a girl and she like calls you like a spick or just like something stupid.
Yeah.
I can't be with her anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's true.
That's the end of that. I can't do that. But yeah, they still together, man. More power to them.
Yo, how long do you wait before you... Do you actually wait? Like, do you save yourself?
What are we talking about?
Eating ass.
What?
How long till you...
What kind of segue was that, man? But go ahead. What was the question?
How long do you wait till you go down on a girl?
No, this is what I like to do. I like to be friends with a girl first, because when you're friends with a girl, you find out a lot more than when you just like immediately go into dating. So I'm like friends with a girl. So I don't know, man. Like I'll know them for like a long time, but like dating wise, if I just started dating a girl, it has to be some time, man. It'll have to be some time.
All right.
What about you? Would you about like an hour and a half into meeting them? Maybe 2?
Right away.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right away.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You gotta do it, man.
Yeah, man.
No, prefer what?
Potato chips or popcorn?
Thought we were stuck on that. Eating ass. I'm gonna stick with the potato chips because I hate popcorn.
Really? So what you eat in the movies?
Nothing.
You don't bring nothing to the movie theater?
If I do, like I'll stop by like Walmart and get some candy.
What kind of candy?
It gotta be like Reese's or anything chocolate. I'm not a big candy. Do you classify that as candy? I don't really classify a Hershey, but I classify it as chocolate. I don't think chocolate is candy.
Gotcha.
What? How old were you when you lost your virginity?
I was either between 13 or 14 years old. I was in between.
I was 15. Okay. I was 15. Who was it? Who was the girl? Do you remember who it was, or was it just some random?
Of course, nah. She was the girl that when she walked into the room, like everybody was staring at her.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to her, man.
How you get her?
In gym, there was one time in gym class, we had to.
She saw your dick print.
Yes, she did. And we was in gym class, and always around there was a part of the class where you had to partner up with someone, whoever's near you, to do like sit-ups.
Yeah.
And I made sure that I was in the area.
Yeah.
And then we looked at each other, and I was like looking at her big titties, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do sit-ups with her. And then we did and then we became friends.
All right.
And then I asked for her number one day. Not that same day, but like that same week.
Gotcha.
I was like, yo.
It's the sit-ups. Okay.
I was like, yo, she was my partner. I was like, we've been talking. And I was like, I'm gonna ask for her number. And I told my boy, and he was like, all right, ask her. I'm like, I was nervous and shit. And I was like, but fuck it. Walked up to her and I was like, hey, I'm gonna call you. She was like, okay. And then I got her number. I still remember the area code. That's it. It was 347. That's all I remember. And she lived in Harlem and in Barrio. So then I called her, and then her fucking step-pops picked up and was like, don't call no more, and hang up. So I just kept calling, and eventually she picked up, and then we would talk on the phone for like a long time, man. And then eventually I kissed her with my tongue, and I never did that before.
Okay.
And and then one day she told me to take my pants off.
Where were you at?
In my house.
All right.
And she gave me head, yo. And I was like, God,
was it good?
Damn. I remember the feeling, man. Like I lost feeling on my legs. And we took the bus ride. We took the bus together.
Yeah.
And
did you have pews by then?
Yeah.
You had
It was
some
popping
little
up.
fuzz back
Yeah,
then?
I
Alright.
did. And then she was like, "You like it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I like it. It's the best thing ever." So then one day she came through. She got on top of me, and it was hurting her a lot. So then I tried to like hit her from the back, and it was hurting her a lot. So she was like, I don't think I'm ever gonna do this again. And I was like, damn. I didn't think I lost my virginity at that point because I didn't bust.
Yeah.
I used to think in order for you to lose a
Oh,
virginity,
okay.
you gotta bust.
You gotta bust one.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But I didn't. I was just like, I was like, God damn, this shit's like better than watching porn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, one day we did it. I popped her cherry, yo.
Yeah.
And then from that day forward,
She was hooked on you.
we fucked like 5 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we saw each other, we just fucked.
Yeah.
It was crazy, yo. Crazy.